the image of the Muslim and to be the power of Islam, because it's very moderate Al-Azhar, and not to allow for any group, any other group, okay, to say that we represent Islam. We should get our Islam from Al-Azhar and from the moderation of this great society that we should very proud of it.
How do you explain this, huge fall from power to a banned organization and also dubbed as an international terrorist organization? Yeah. How do you explain this from massive power and the utmost power to nothing?
I'm sure that it's a shock. It should be a shock for them. But if you talk to any one of the Muslim brothers, we are used to have something like that. Okay, we sacrifice ourselves. They say that we sacrifice ourselves for Islam. It is just for Allah. So this is the problem. They don't revise themselves. They don't correct their ideas.
But they would have, if they're saying this, they're having the good intentions. Would you agree?
For whom?
Good intentions to sacrifice for Islam.
Yes, but by which way? I cannot destroy the people and I say that it is for Islam. No, Islam does not call for this. No, they have different attitudes, and I said they have good ideas from the origin, from Hassan al-Banna, okay, and to get back the teachings of Islam as it's mentioned, or as they are mentioned in Quran and the Sunnah, but the application and the practice on the ground, it's very different. So what is more important to me as an Islamist, what is the application, what is the practice on the ground, not just to give me ideas. I have lots of foreign friends, and they say something very interesting. Don't tell me about Islam, but treat me with Islam. It's not enough just to talk about the essences and the morals and everything, and you don't do this. Islam was spreading all over the world just by the tradesmen, by the people that was trading, that the people, they are very good people, that they're smiling, that they are honest people. In Indonesia, in Malaysia, they are very far on the oceans, okay? And now they have the biggest number of Muslims in the world. Islam was spreading in Africa without all these groups and all this, just by trading and by the tradesmen. So Islam does not need these groups. They are very radical and they disfigured the image, but just by its power, by the morals of Islam, by just to show the morals of Islam, you will see that Islam is very spreading. Not just to say that I'll make the jihad in order to spread Islam. How come that you kill the people and you say that you want to spread Islam? No, Islam does not spread by killing the people. Okay, and we cannot also say that all the society, they are disbelieving people. How can I say that? Something very dangerous in Islam, and we have lots of condition to say or to tell someone you are disbeliever. It's not me or it's not anyone. No, we have great ulama that they say that, and they should revise this person and to know about him. And we say that we have a disbelieving act. Someone is insulting God. He is not disbeliever. He is making a disbelieving act, just the action that he is insulting God. But if you ask him, you mean that you want to insult God, you don't believe in God or something like that, and you should revise him, he will say, no, I don't want that, no, I don't mean that. So we should be more tolerant about our religion. Our religion is Islam. It means a religion of peace and tolerance.
Yes. Do you think, as a researcher, the alienation process of the Muslim Brotherhood and the banned organization currently, and also not including them, the exclusiveness of this organization within the political practice, do you think this is going to be bringing breeds of youth who are carrying violent characteristics?
Yes. I said before that all the radical groups that they talk about Islam, they came from their branch and from their ideas, especially the ideas of Sayyid Qutb, who is considered to be the thinker of the Muslim brothers, and he is the philosopher of them. He is a man, he says that the society that we live now, it is a pre-Muslim or pre-Islam society. I say that like a jahiliyyah. It's a mujtama' jahili. It means that he does not believe that they are Muslim. Just they are Muslim by their names, yes, not by their beliefs. So we should spread Islam between these people, even by the power and even by the violence. and they consider that as a kind of jihad or the holy fighting with the people. And for me, I don't understand something like that.
Who should be responsible for the unity of the Islamists in Egypt?
Al-Azhar. Azhar. We have only Al-Azhar. We have Allah first, that may Allah that will approach the whole Muslim and to have the one idea and to be one together, okay, again. And after that, we have Al-Azhar as our great society that that is considered to be the lighthouse of Islam. This in order to do this role, and Imam Al-Azhar should have a great role in this time. We need that now. We don't need anyone by any teaching from everywhere, and he believes that he has the right or the absolute rightness, and he will corrupting the ideas of the people. So we need Al-Azhar now, and to be more stronger, more than before, this in order to moderate the ideas of the Muslims.
So to separate the members of the Muslim Brotherhood organization and also the supporters of the Muslim, one does not necessarily to be members of the Muslim
Yes,
Brotherhood.
yeah.
Now, this is exactly what's causing a rift between the people in Egypt,
Yeah.
and causing a lot of debates and arguments of resistance and opposition for the government and the roadmap to move forward. How do you see this situation?
I see that from the beginning, the idea was just a power, okay? A power, a man of Muslim brothers, that he was the president of Egypt, okay? What is the relation of this with the religion, with the Sharia? Then they, in order to have the sympathy of the other Muslims, they said that it is a war against Islam. Yes, the power now in Egypt and the authorities, they made lots of mistakes, and they show for a while for the Muslims in general that they are very tough with the Muslim, and so they stopped the Islamic channels. Why that? Okay, and they made something very strong, and they treated a little bit strongly with lots of moderated Muslim. Okay, so they made a little bit sympathy with them. Okay, for the people that it's really a war against Islam, but it's not really a war against Islam. Egypt is an Islamic country. It is the cradle of the religion, and it's a land of prophets. And I think from the beginning of the creation, we have prophets in Egypt. Even from the time of Prophet Idris is considered to be the second prophet. He was an Egyptian. He was living in Egypt, and he was calling for one God. And even in the time of Pharaoh, we have lots of prophets: Abraham, Moses, Joseph, Jacob, Jesus. We have Harun. Lots of prophets that they were in Egypt. It's a land of tolerance. It's a land of religion. The first holy book that appeared, that was revealed from God to the people, it was in Egypt, the Torah. It was in Sinai, which is now a land for the terrorists that they killed the Egyptian soldiers, of the army, of the policemen. So it's very complicated, and I think this is a bad point that the Muslim brothers that they made that, and they mixed it between the power and between the religion, and it made a little bit sympathy with them. But I think the people, they will discover the idea after that. We cannot destroy the whole country, the whole society, because a power of someone, even that he lost it by power, by plot, by whatever. But with the real essence of Islam, we should make our societies more stable, even that it is unjust for us.
Yes. Speaking about the mix and the Islamist parties in Egypt, what do you think of the other Islamic parties? And namely, let's focus on the hardline Salafist and Noor party.
Yeah, I think, for example, An-Nur, for example, yeah, they show a good image. Yes, they are Salafi, and they said that we are very strict in our religion, but they are not liars like the others. They promised, or the others, the Muslim brothers, they promised, and they don't do anything. And now, lots of people, they have an image for them that they lie. They are liars. When An-Nur and the Salafists, when they say something, is very strict, very strong in his ideas, and he says, he does what as according to he said, and what he promised, he did this. So I think something very important. They are good people, and I support them, but a little bit, not to mix not between the religion and life. Religion, it is in our life, but I don't want sheikh or da'iyah and to be a politician. It's very important. The separation between the religion and life, no, we don't agree of this. But a sheikh or imam or da'iyah, and to talk in politician or as a politician and to talk in politics, you will be mixed between his ideas. He says that I said by the words of God and the traditions of Prophet. So all that you say that they are right, you have the absolute right. When you talk about something in politician or in the difference of ideas and something like that, so it will be a problem between the people. So if he is a Salafi and he wants to be a politician, just to be a politician with the morals of Islam, but not to be as a da'iyah and to be a politician on the same time. This is what we would like to separate between the people.
But do you think this will happen? Do you think this will happen within this specific Islamist party, because it is the strongest remaining Islamist party on the scene?
I think it will need time, and it's normal. Okay, the changes could not be so strong and could not be so fast by this way. But I think we started to understand this idea, to separate between my work as a da'iyah and to be a politician. Lots of moderate Muslims, they started to understand that now. But for the other side, for the other people, I think that they will need the time. Other people, they are obstinate, like the Muslim brothers. They don't believe in this, and they should mix between that and that. And he said that I'm a da'iyah and a politician at the same time, and it's something. He said that he wants to imitate Prophet Muhammad, as he was a politician and a prophet. But Prophet Muhammad, he was ma'soom. Okay, he does not commit anything. Everything made by him, it was a revelation from God. Okay, he cannot commit any sins or any mistakes. But for us, it's different for us, and we cannot imitate in this point.
Yes. Finally, Ismail Hamid, Dr. Ismail Hamid, I'd like to thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
It has been a pleasure talking to you. Now let's move on for a short break, and we'll be returning back for more stories.